Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, October 8th, and this is the Squared Circle. I am Hollywood J. Williams. A little under the weather here tonight. You'll have to forgive me. But to my left here is Jordan Izzo, and to my right is Mr. John Zimmerman. Got a lot of news to get to and cover tonight. It's going to be an important night here on Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon will be delivering the State of the WWE address. Might be in response to Raw having some low ratings. What are your thoughts about that, guys?
Well, I have the ratings numbers, and there was a quarter last week. The Kofi Kingston Alberto Del Rio match did a 2.2, and it was the lowest quarter for Monday Night Raw in 15 years. And I don't see tonight. Excuse me. I don't see tonight gaining anything because not only do they have Monday Night Football, but they also have the Yankee game to go up against. So you're going to see a lot of drop-off tonight, and Vince is going to be running scared.
I agree, and you usually see Vince come out in these situations when ratings drop. So here he is to make another appearance and try to bring them back up. Plus, I think he's going to address AJ's general manager spot and how she's been doing her job performance. A couple of things he's going to do there tonight.
Although the first hour has been getting the best ratings out of the three, so that move to 8 o'clock is catching the people before they switch over to the Monday Night Football. So what I thought was going to be horrible, that 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock hour, has been the best of the 3 hours.
Yes, it's the last hour that seems to be struggling ratings-wise.
Well, you got to follow. You got to figure that's the end of the football game, and everybody wants to see the last quarter to see the.
Do you think maybe it's that they just drag the whole show out? Basically, you don't really get too much wrestling action, but it's just 3 hours now, and maybe you get about 2. If you're lucky.
Yeah, so he might, consider just going from 8 to 10.
I was thinking the same exact thing. You took the words right out of my mouth, John. I think it would make more sense because there's a lot of fillers in there. There's just a lot of extra time in a 3-hour show, and it's hard to keep the public's attention span. The audience, people wander. I know I do myself.
No other episodic shows run 3 hours. So I mean. To go 3 hours the way they have, it's a risk like other risks they've taken, and he might be I'm not putting words in the guy's mouth at all, but he might be considering dropping it back down to 2 hours.
But the only positive thing that's come out of it, we've seen guys get some more time. That we've seen a lot of action in the tag team division, which we hadn't seen before. So some of the fellas that weren't getting airtime are getting some airtime just because they have that extra hour. And if they cut it back, you're going to see the talent pool, dropped out a little bit.
Excellent point.
Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger, what are your thoughts about that? He's going to be the social media ambassador for tonight. He's going to be promoting Total Recall, My Unbelievably True Life Story. And this also comes after he's engaged in a little Twitter war with
Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. I was just thinking about that. You might expect Dolph Ziggler to get involved again with Arnold before things are said and done because it's already begun.
Well, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger has a lot more connection with the WWE and the wrestling community than last week's social media ambassador, which is Larry King, which appeals to, I don't think, anybody in the WWE demographic. I don't think Larry King could identify 5 of the superstars. It was just a sham to have him on. So I think Schwarzenegger's a better choice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Better suited, yeah. Larry King, I mean, maybe he interviewed The Rock. He had The Rock on his show, and maybe Hulk Hogan a couple times. But I mean, everybody else, it doesn't really necessarily qualify him. But,
also, guys, John Cena supposedly is going to make an appearance tonight. Now, he's not medically cleared to wrestle, but again, he's needed there, and he's going to make an appearance. So we'll see if he addresses Punk once again, like he did, with the pipe bomb.
I'd be interested to see at what time they're going to put Vince on screen, and what time they're going to put John Cena on screen.
Apparently, they're going to have Vince right on at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right preceding this program.
To grab the audience attention before they. Don't forget that New York Jet. Houston game is 8:30,
Right.
Monday Night Football. So if Vince is out there at 8 o'clock, now you've got the audience's attention.
But then they're going to turn it off after he walks off the screen. I think a better time slot would be to tease it at the 8:25 before the football game, and then have him come out at the right before 9 o'clock and carry the audience over past the 9 o'clock mark and get that top quarter hour rating hit.
They've always been known to change their plans at the last minute, so anything is definitely possible. Also, we got some news about Kelly Kelly. I'll get to. Then we have a guest here in studio who will be joining us. Normally we bring guests out a little bit later, but he wants to join in the conversation too, so we're bringing him out in just a minute. But Barbie Blank, who is better known as Kelly Kelly in the WWE, has been honored with an award at the 2012 Action Icon Awards, which, quote, honors the achievements of extraordinary actresses and stuntswomen for their work in film and television. She will be honored with the Dares to Be Different Award for her appearances in WWE programming. And you had another bit of information about her as well.
Yes, Kelly Kelly's going to be right here in Connecticut in our own backyard, Sunday, November 4th, at the new Buffalo Wild Wings in Waterbury at the Brass City Commons. She'll be there from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can get your picture taken with her. You can get your autograph for a pretty fair price. But you can meet Barbara Blank, a.k.a. Kelly Kelly, at the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Great.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there and see her.
Now, the guest we're going to be bringing out here has to do with the independent scene here in Connecticut. Something I want to, I keep stressing it, I can't stress it enough. You go to these independent cards and the action you see is tremendous. We have a lot of local talent around, and you get to say to yourself, you know, I remember when this guy was in Chicopee, Mass. I remember seeing this guy in Bristol, and now he's in the WWE, or now he's in TNA, and now he's the world champion. And it's men like our next guest that promote these events, that employ these people, and you know, and eventually these people will be working in the big leagues. And our next guest actually would like to be a big league himself one day. So please, without any further ado, from Falls Village, Connecticut,
Where's that?
the promoter of ETW, Extremely Talented Wrestling,
What's
Mr.
up,
Vinnie.
guys? What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Very
Great,
good.
thank you.
Good,
Good, man.
good.
Very good. So, how was the drive down here from Falls Village to North Haven?
I saw 5 deer in my town, and I saw, I think, more roadkill than population in Falls Village.
Well, maybe we can have a roadkill match on your card.
Maybe.
That would be extreme.
That would be extreme.
Yes, Extreme Mania is just around the corner. Vinny.
Extreme Mania, yeah. And
You want to know all
I'm
about it.
horrible at math. What is it, 20 days now?
October
Just shy of
27th.
it.
20 days.
Yeah,
In 20
that's
days, I got my 1-year anniversary show of Extremely Talented Wrestling. I have, ready for this, guys, 11. That's more than 10. 11 matches on my card. And it's just, I'm excited. I've been hearing awesome feedback. I got a guy returning after being away from Connecticut for 6 years. He's coming back to beat up a guy that these guys had a feud from like 1999 to about like 2002, and then that's when Dylan Cage left Connecticut, went to North Carolina, and I was coming back. He's driving all the way up from North Carolina just so he can take on Slick Wagner Brown, the Underground King.
The Underground King, yeah.
And Slick Wagner Brown just made the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Top
Yep.
500.
He made PWI 500. I'm proud of him. The guy's been one of my favorites ever. One of my favorite indie guys who I still say should be in TNA or WWE, but he's just not getting the shot. And it's upsetting because this guy's amazing, absolutely amazing.
And stressing Jay's point of your local talent. Here's a guy that just made Pro Wrestling Illustrated's worldwide Top 500, and you'll be able to see him right here in Connecticut. And it's tomorrow's stars today. You know, you're seeing. You know, it's like seeing. You know, a minor league baseball player that gets the call up. This gentleman is going to be the next call up And you're going to see them for a kid's price of $5 or an adult price of $10. You see them right in your backyard. You know, we can't stress enough. Go out and see these independent shows because you're going to see guys and you're going to be able to say, hey, I saw him when, you know, before they were stars.
Mm-hmm. So Vin, we had you on the previous program that I was involved with, the Top Rope.
Yep.
Those people that might not remember, tell us about yourself. How did you get started?
I got started actually last year. I worked under a guy who learned the business from Vince McMahon himself. Then he branched out on his own thing. And then I was 18 and I really wanted to learn the business. And so I learned under him for 4 years. And then I branched out and started my own company. And this is only my 3rd show, but it's been a year since my first show, so it's slowly I'm picking up. Slowly.
This is the 1-year anniversary.
My 1-year anniversary show.
Are you expecting a higher turnout this year than you had last year? Or?
I really hope so. Like I said, I have 11 matches. It's the 1-year show. I'm hoping I would be satisfied with 100 people. I'd be happy with 100 people. If I can get more than that, I would be ecstatic.
Well, 100 people is considered pretty good for.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was on the show, the previous show, for my last show, Bristol Beatdown, I had, what would you say, about like 80, 85 people at my last show, so which wasn't too bad. I mean, it's a decent sized area where I held the show, so. I always pray to have more people every show.
Well, where is the show? So people,
it's in
have more than 100 people show up.
It's in Bristol, Connecticut, at the Bristol Boys and Girls Club on Laurel Street. I forget the number offhand. I think it's like 105.
105.
105 Laurel Street. It's easy to get to. It's right across the street from where the old Bristol Mall used to be. It's a nice big open parking lot now. It's beautiful.
And for those people that have very poor short-term memory like myself, do you have a website that?
I have a Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Extremely Talented Wrestling. And you guys can like the page, and then I'm always updating it. And then if you guys also search Extremely Talented Wrestling Extreme Mania, that you guys will see my full card. All the wrestlers are talking. They're talking trash like wrestlers do about the guy they're going against, and it's just. I'm ready.
We have a call. Jordan, would you kindly do the honors? You are live on the Squared Circle.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. If you want to see the best in independent wrestling, make sure you go see Vinnie V at ETW. Vinnie, it's Mr. Trivia.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Just wanted to call, say hi to everybody, say hi to Jay, and say hi to everybody. See how things are going out there, over there.
Very good, Mr. Trivia.
We're doing great.
It's good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you.
Nice to hear from. Nice to talk to you guys. Nice to call in. Just wanted to say, congratulations on the show. Good luck on it. You got a real good guest out there. He's got himself a good product. Everybody go out and see it. Vinnie, I sure hope I'm going to try and do my very best to get out there to see you on the 27th. Now that I'm at the new palatial estate here in Pennsylvania, trying to get the Top Rope out here. I met with my legal team the other day. Jay knows them, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Oh, of course.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
But we're trying to do what we can to get stuff out this way, and we got still Top Rope still going strong in Wallingford out there. I got a couple guys taking it over for me for the time being, and we got Ken Reedy on the show tomorrow night. So if you guys get a chance, I'll give a call. But I just wanted to call and say hello to everybody, and wish you guys much success on your show. Say hi to Vinnie, and say, hey, Vinnie, good luck on the show, and hopefully I'll get a chance to go out there and see you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.
We appreciate
so much for the
you
call.
calling. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem. Take care, guys.
Take it easy.
You too.
This is Mr. Trivia, old friend there from the Top Rope.
Here we are.
Yeah, reunited once again.
So, Vinnie, what's the main event on this card?
The main event. I actually have a double main event. I have a street fight between Vic Delicious, coming all the way from New York, versus Big Jim Sullivan from Long Island. These guys had a feud in 203, I would say, and for another company, and they just have not stopped feuding. So I'm finally, hopefully, going to put a rest, and I put him in a street fight because I know there's no way I could end it better than a street fight. There's no way you can end a feud.
I agree
unless
with
it's
you.
a street fight.
Street fight is always an excellent way to do it.
Street fight, they could be out there on Laurel Street.
They could be. They could be in the next town over. It's
Just try to keep them out of our studios, okay?
that's
let
on
them
with
come
that.
far
I
down.
might have to put caution tape or.
Right, we can't afford another desk. So
That's
nobody-
right.
I'm going to start fighting where my credit union is, and there might be a problem there. Hanging out and they're closed.
You're not borrowing from me.
No.
And then the main event, like I said before, is the Underground King, Slick Wagner Brown versus the Warhawk, Dylan Cage. These guys been feuding forever, and they can't stop. They never stop. So hopefully, again, I can get these guys to stop. It's gonna be insane.
You have a 2 out of 3 falls match
I have
here?
a 2 out of 3 falls match. As my very first show, I had the 2 guys that were in the 2 out of 3 falls, Chris Battle versus AJ Cruz. I actually had the ref at my first show because my referee showed up late. So I, like a person, I will admit I messed up. Chris Battle pushed me, and then he gave AJ Cruz a low blow, and then he ended up getting the pin. So Chris won, AJ 0. And then my last show, Bristol Beatdown, which Hollywood J was at, AJ Cruz came back, won. Now we're tied 1-1. And I was going to end it there until at backstage they started arguing again, saying, I'm better than you, I can beat you, whatever. So I was like, you know what? We have to settle it the best way possible. You got to have a 2 out of 3 falls to end it. 2 out of 3 falls. And each fall is different. The first fall, you can only win by pin. Only win by pin. Second fall is you have to win by submission. You have to make your guy tap. And the third fall, which is one of my favorite stipulations, it's a falls count anywhere in Connecticut. Falls count anywhere in Connecticut.
That's
In
Connecticut.
They could conceivably come in here.
They could get the pinfall right here on this desk. Right here on this desk. It could be on that desk. It could be in the corner. Anywhere. Anywhere in Connecticut. It's going to be outstanding.
That could go just about anywhere. To say the truth.
Exactly.
Be downtown Hartford.
It could be.
Or you're in Bristol.
It's going to be.
It sounds like it looks to me like an excellent card.
I really hope so. It's.
I encourage
I'm
everyone.
starting to get the jitters from it now, and I'm 20 days away.
It sounds like a huge show.
I'm shaking now. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
I
I'm
encourage
ready.
everyone that loves independent wrestling, or even if you don't, if you've never been to an independent show, get out there and see this.
I mean, like I always said, even before I became a promoter, where can you find 3 hours of wrestling for $10? Where? You can't even get.
And we're
the
talking about
last
wrestling.
In
row.
wrestling, action, not
storyline.
No.
Not storyline, not AJ Lee or CM Punk in the ring to begin Raw for 15, 20 minutes. This is actual wrestling.
I mean,
No long commercial breaks.
no. The only break you have is the 10, 15 minutes at an intermission at any independent any independent show. It's just like, where can you find $10? Like even the very last row at a higher up wrestling company, you won't. You
Of course
can't.
not.
Not even for $10. It's
Right.
No, definitely not.
spend $10 getting popcorn.
You spend more than $10 to go see a movie, and a lot of times I've been disappointed at the theater lately. So I mean, this is guaranteed fun entertainment, family entertainment,
It's gonna be.
and you bring the kids. The kids are only $5. So
Kids under the age of 10.
Yeah.
Vinny, on the phone now, speaking of promoters, I have to do this because last week we wanted to call this gentleman, but due to technical difficulties, we were unable to. Have you ever heard of a guy named Eric Newton?
You know the funny part is I met him on Facebook. That's the only time him and I ever talked was on Facebook. It's funny. I've never actually met him face to face.
Because we have Eric Newton on the phone.
Nice. Put him on.
So,
NEFW.
NEFW is
Awesome
next
company.
Saturday night in Chicopee, Massachusetts at the Boys and Girls Club. And we have Eric Newton on the phone. He is the Vice President of Talent Relations. So we can go right to the phone lines. Hello, Eric.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's going on? Welcome to the Squared Circle.
I'm honored. Sounds good, man. What's been up?
Not too much. This is our third episode in. We have Vinnie V from the Extremely Talented Wrestling here talking about his
Vinnie,
card.
what's up, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm nervous for my show.
Don't be, dude. I'll tell you something. I've seen the videos. I haven't attended in person yet, and I hope to soon. But I've seen the videos and stuff, and you have a tremendous product, brother.
Thank you.
Just keep going with it. You're going to do big and bad things, man.
That's all I keep thinking. I keep dreaming big.
So, what's tonight's topic? How can I piss someone off or or give some info out? What's up?
Well, why don't you give us some info about Saturday night and what we're going to see over there in Chicopee, Massachusetts?
You're going to see absolutely nothing. It's just we're going to have you come into a building, sit in a chair, and we're going to watch paint dry.
That's awesome.
Get my ticket ready. I'm there.
Next time right there.
I think you stole that from TNA.
Yes, actually, actually I did. You know, I contacted Vince Russo and a few others and was like, you know, how can I totally repel the wrestling population? And they basically sent me some of his old tapes and went through them.
Right.
No, basically, it's Fallout 2. It's our second Fallout since starting the company, and it's our annual, I guess you could say, fall/Halloween show. And we have some good names that are going to be on there. You know, I'm excited about Buff Bagwell. I'm excited about Too Cold Scorpio, Doink the Clown. I'll have some information about Vader later tonight on Facebook. You know, we have some good things cooking. We also have a tremendous main event for our title. Firebrand Brian Fury versus Christian Frost will be, I believe, tremendous, and we'll bring the house down.
By the way, Eric, thank you very much for liking the Squared Circle Facebook page. I remember when you did that. We're trying to get people out there to like us, so if you get a chance, we are on Facebook.
Oh, definitely. You know, anybody who doesn't like the Squared Circle, you know what? Go jump off a bridge.
That's it.
Well, we don't literally want you to do
that. No, please.
Yeah, please don't. We don't we don't want people.
Okay, fine. You can quietly walk off it or just kind of hang off it, you know, throw things off it. Just, you know, like the Squared Circle.
Right. We're located in North Haven right now. So, I mean, how far off are you from, you know, I-91 to get to your show there in Chicopee?
Well, you figure I'm an East Hartford boy, so you figure from East Hartford it's a good 35 minutes. So you're figuring 35. I would guess a little over an hour. Say about an hour and 20 minutes.
That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's not too bad to go for a show, you know. It's in a great facility for the Boys and Girls Club. And with every show we do there, it's actually a fundraiser, too, because, you know, they get the proceeds off, you know, all the vendoring of, you know, the food, and they have their own products. We give them a certain amount of tickets to sell, and it's, you know, it's a good way for them to make some money to take care of something that's very worthwhile, and that's the, you know, the young guys and girls in Chicopee. And that's basically what it's about. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of announcing here. On December 1st is actually a Christmas show we're going to be doing. It's NEFW presents Nutcrackers Brawl, excuse me. And it will be December 1st, start time at 6 p.m. Diamond Dallas Page will be there.
DDP.
We'll be in the ring. We're not just talking a little bit of a talking. He'll be there. We will have Jerry Lynn's final Northeast match. We have Kid Cash, already announced, TNA and WWE superstar, and ECW. I mean, you can't forget him.
Of course.
And we have two more names that will be announced, hopefully, this Saturday night. Fingers crossed. Some pretty big names to be added to that.
And where can I find you on the web? You have a website, Facebook page?
We actually have the Facebook page, which is NEFW Official at Facebook. We have a Facebook page, NEFWProWrestling.com, and you can also get us at FenrisFortune.com, who is somebody that we have created. He's a homegrown character who debuts this Saturday night.
Fenris Fortune. So I heard a lot of things about this guy. Is he going to be a manager or a wrestler or what?
Well, some say he does a little bit of both. I know he was at the Pro Wrestling Combine this weekend doing a few things in the ring. I can tell you guys now, he's definitely new. He's never been to any show, never been at any show in the area. So he will be making his impact at the show. One thing I just want to stress about the show is we're doing things a little different than some other indie promotions, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But
you have a signing now for Buff Bagwell.
What was that?
You're going to have an autograph signing with Buff Bagwell.
Right. We're going to be having actually a meet and greet with Buff Bagwell, Doink the Clown,
right.
Everybody that's there. VIP gets in at 5. You get to come in a half hour early, get your autographs, whatever, meet the guys, get your pictures, get first crack at the vendors, get your first crack at the seats, and then at 5:30, general admission comes in, and we go from there. Bell time is 7.
Okay.
And I just think it's going to be a very good night. We have some really good, matches planned for everyone, some few surprises, and it's just not just all about us, though. I mean, you have some great other promotions out there. You got Powerhouse, you got ETW,
mm-hmm.
You've got Steve Ricard's promotion up Top Rope in Mass, big time NEW. There's really a lot out there that are really good. And you know what? The whole main thing is go out there and support them.
Absolutely.
You need to.
We can't stress that enough every week. Hey, can you hook up some links on our Facebook page, and then we can find your show, we can find Vinnie's show, and a lot of the others?
Of course.
Thank you.
If you guys get a hold of me, this goes for Vinnie too, just shoot me over your some links over on Facebook, and I'll hook them up to the website too.
Great.
That's awesome.
That way there's some nice links so everybody that goes from ours can go to yours and stuff like that. And
sounds great.
Yeah. So, it's going to be good.
Now, Eric, you have a couple of other matches on this card already announced. You have the tag team title match, the Purists versus True Talent.
Yes, I'm excited about that one.
True Talent all the way, Eric. I'm calling it now. True Talent all the way.
Uh-oh.
I'm saying it right now. True Talent. True Talent, hands down. True Talent.
That came directly from Vinnie. So
we have a prediction.
Let me tell you a little bit about True Talent. If anybody ever gets them on their show, they're tremendous. 2 young guys. They're straight from House of Glory, trained by Amazing Red and Brian XL up in New York City, and they're tremendous guys. And no matter what, they go out there and they put on a tremendous show. They did awesome at WrestleJam.
Yes, they did. That's where That's where I first saw them, and my jaw dropped. The entire show, my jaw dropped.
They're not bad, are they?
They're amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, wait till you guys see. We have another one of his students coming in the show, Panda Man. He's been a few times, but he's coming in. He's going to tear the place down. We have a few other guests that will be debuting.
Nice.
He shocked a few people, but that tag match is going to be very good. The Purists are ring generals. I like to say more like a modern-day Brain Busters. And
I love the Brain Busters.
The Brain Busters you're talking, they were great, yeah.
Fantastic.
They try their best. Any questions, any other matches?
Well, you have a U.S. title match, and then I see Chris Camaro and J.T. Dunn going at it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one's a little touchy right now. Chris is a great guy. He's my business partner. Him and I have NEFW. That's our baby and stuff. But he concentrates more on the wrestling side of things, and he just sees these young kids coming up that he feels he's been in the business 11 years, where's his due, and he's going to teach Dunn a few tricks. And you got Dunn, who, in my opinion, is one of the brightest up-and-coming guys in the area. I mean, phenomenal in-ring work, great mic work. He's got a great ring presence. People love him. I think he's, something that companies really need to take a look at. And I think those two in the ring are going to have a tremendous match. And they've been jogging back and forth a bit, but, nature of the business.
Exactly.
And, we have that. And then you said the U.S. title match, which is Johnny Slats, who is a local Chicopee boy.
Yeah, I interviewed him up in Enfield. We showed that last week.
What was that up in Enfield?
The autograph signing I was at, I interviewed Johnny Slats.
Johnny Slats.
Remember?
Yes, he was up there. That was a tremendous signing. A lot of people came out to that. Thank you so much, everybody, for the support. Every one of our promo pictures are gone. It was tremendous. Got to meet some great fans. But Slaps will be taking on Zachary Pierre-Bellieu. I hope I said his name right. If not, he'll let me know for the U.S. title.
Sure.
I was avoiding saying the name. I left it up to you because I didn't want to get it wrong.
To tell you now, though, I can't really pronounce his name all the time, but he's a tremendous competitor. Both these guys deserve to have that title, and it's going to have them doing stuff there. I think it's going to be tremendous, and either way, no matter who comes out on top, you're going to be treated well. We also have a new tag team debuting called Evil Envy, Evil Nick and Chris Envy. They'll be debuting and doing a few things, so we have that. We also have Doink the Clown versus Gymnastic.
Wow. Now, Eric, is Dink around?
Dink. I think, does Dink around? I think he might run a promotion somewhere in Connecticut somewhere now. I'm not sure.
I met Dink many years ago at WrestleMania 10's Fan Fest in New York City, and I snapped a photo of him, and he wasn't sure where I was, and he goes, "Who, this guy?"
Nice.
So, I just was wondering if his little sidekick was still hanging around.
He is around. I know he's doing shows, but we don't have him booked for this show, but we do have Matt Bourne himself coming in, the original Doink. He'll be there. He'll be taking on Gymnastic, and we're trying to just do what everybody else does, and that's give the fans what they want. And everybody could say they're in this, it's a business and stuff, but
It's all about the fans. The fans are what makes the wrestlers.
And if it's not, it should be.
If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be doing it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Now, I have a question. Now, Vinny, you're coming up, right?
I'm coming up October 27th.
That's right, man. What do you got, man? What do you got going? I've been looking at it. It looks pretty good.
My 1 year anniversary show, I have 11 matches. See, but this is my feeling. Like, it has the word Mania in it. And of course, when you hear Mania, you think WrestleMania. Old school WrestleManias, WrestleMania 2, 3, 4, all the old school ones. How many matches were on there? 13, 14 matches, good solid 3 hours. And now WrestleMania nowadays, you're lucky if you get 7 matches. So I want to bring back what the old Mania used to be with a lot of matches, 3 hours worth of matches, not 2 hours.
oh, come on, I need a half an hour of a really crappy rap song. Come on, please.
Oh, come on.
So you don't want to see the Funkadactyls?
No.
So Eric, one more
I got a
time.
few matches I would like to actually comment, if you don't mind, Vinny. I was looking at Jose Perez versus Bobby Ocean.
Perez.
That match is going to be hard-hitting. I mean, two competitors who know the sport.
Yep.
I mean, I'm really excited to see that one myself.
Yep.
And then, obviously, the AJ Cruz versus Chris battle feud has been very, should we say, interesting to say the least. I mean, talk about on fire, those two guys, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Like, back to the Jose Perez and the Ocean match. Now, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who's going to bleed first? Is it going to be Bobby Ocean's kicks making Jose Perez bleed, or is it going to be Jose Perez's chops, his famous chops that you can hear across state making Bobby Ocean's chest bleed? Like, who's going to bleed first? Like, that's been I've been asking myself that question since I booked the match. It's going to be outstanding.
Wow, that's a tough one. Wow, who's going to bleed first? I don't know, because I would not want to be on the receiving end of either one of them. All I know is that match is a can't miss. I'm not even going to take a chance and going to ask who bleeds first. That's wow. If I were to pick a winner in this one, again, the fans, man. I mean, just tremendous match.
Yeah.
Hats off to you for booking it.
Thank you.
So Eric, one more time. Where's the match? Where can we find you, and when is it?
Well, you can find us at the Chicopee Boys and Girls Club. It is going to be October 13th. Bell time 7 p.m. Doors open at 5 for VIP, 5:30 for general admission. And, be there. Come in for some good times, It's autograph signings, it's wrestling, it's a giant party.
We had a great time the last time you had a card back in June, so definitely expecting great things on Saturday night.
I'm looking forward to
I
it.
hope we deliver, and I hope to see everybody there. And Vinny, come on up, man. Come see the show if you have a chance.
I don't drive, so it might be a long walk. I might have to start actually walking now, and then maybe I'll get there by Saturday. But I definitely want to go because I don't know how many times it never fails. Every time I want to go to NEFW, something happens. It never fails. And I
Well,
just,
you know something? I can guarantee you this, man. I will be at your show October 27th.
Yes.
I really want to see this, so I'll make sure I come there.
All right.
And again, anybody else who's watching, don't miss that show either. It's going to be tremendous.
well, both shows, we're going to, October, everybody talks about October being baseball. This year, this October is going to be full of wrestling action. It's going to be unbelievable.
WrestleTober.
That's it.
October,
I
yeah.
like that.
That's
Yeah.
October. I
Very good.
like
It's gonna be
that. That is really
amazing.
cool.
It's going to be absolutely amazing, Eric. I'm pumped. If I can't go to NEFW, I definitely will sit at home and cry. But I definitely want to go. It's going to be.
Well, you let us know. We'll hook you up with a ride somehow.
All right.
Here we go.
You can get the limo down there to get him, that's all.
There you go.
That's right. You know, maybe we'll have Fenris Fortune pick you up on the way up.
There you go. Perfect.
There's an idea for a great pay-per-view, WrestleTober. TNA, don't take it.
I know.
That's, yeah, no, right? They
That
probably
could,
will.
that could be for
I think
you or Vinny
WrestleTober.
in another 10 years. Or another year, I should rephrase that.
Great.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to jet for now, but again, if you guys can, go see both shows and support Squared Circle, support indie wrestling, number one.
Okay, Eric, thank you very much for
Definitely.
joining us.
Thank you very much. We'll see you Saturday night.
Sounds good, guys. Take care now. Bye.
Good
Take
one.
it easy.
Bye-bye.
I am definitely looking forward to that, as well as I am the
Outstanding.
27th for
It's gonna be
ECW.
outstanding. Like I said before, this October, you have so many shows. Like every Saturday, you have a wrestling show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be outstanding. Like don't plan anything in October on Saturdays because you got to go to wrestling. You got to. It's like the only good thing you can do on Saturdays is go to wrestling.
You know when you mentioned first blood match, and that's the type of old school wrestling before the PG rating came along that I always enjoyed. Russian chain matches. I mean, we're going back a ways here.
You're going probably the 80s and the old NWA before it was WCW.
And then in the early Pat Patterson with the strap match.
Yep.
You know, two guys tied together by the wrist and beating the living snot out of one another. And then Patterson takes off his boot and whacks you right over the head, and that's the end of that. And the match that Patterson and Slaughter had, and Slaughter was busted open, and I never saw so much blood in my life.
But I do miss that era of wrestling because it was great. And I realize we live in politically correct times, but when you've grown up with that, it really never leaves your system.
No.
And it's not so much the blood; it's the intensity of the match.
Exactly.
And these guys really, appear to be like upset and like mad at one another and really out to get one another. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't so much the blood; it's just an intense rivalry. And that was the only way to finish it. Like your match is coming up, the only way to finish.
You also got to think though too. Back then, they weren't making millions and millions of dollars like they are now. These guys would beat the
You had to actually
heck out
earn
of
it.
each other for $100. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I give them credit. I mean, it was before my time. Like I grew up with, and I still say it's my favorite company, Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. That's what I grew up on, and that's why, I have the street fight and the 2 out of 3 falls. It's like, I will admit, extremely extreme.
I'm glad you mentioned that because there's somebody, Tommy Dreamer,
Yes.
who actually started a promotion himself,
Yes.
House of Hardcore.
Also hardcore. I was this close to going.
Yeah, it was was it October 6th
Yeah,
that
it was-
it happened.
It was this past Saturday.
Yep.
Yes.
It's really amazing. Do you have the results on it? Or?
All I have is Tommy Dreamer. He defended as the PWE or PWF title against Carlito and Mike Knox. And Carlito ended up defeating him for the title.
Ooh.
Tommy Dreamer.
Nice.
So he's the new champion.
Nice.
And they had the Young Bucks versus Paul London and Brian Kendrick. I don't know who won that match, but right before that, Edge came out.
Nice.
Adam
Nice.
Copeland made a guest appearance. So
Awesome. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I wanted to go was because I wanted to see the Man Beast Rhino. Rhino versus Sami Callihan. Not many people know Sami Callihan because he hasn't been on WWE or TNA. But Sami Callihan, in my eyes, is one of the best independent wrestlers around. The guy's insane. Him and Rhino. I mean, I heard Rhino won, which look at Rhino. He's not
He's a
small.
beast, yeah.
He's a man beast. He's huge. It beat Sami Callihan, but I guarantee you that match was outstanding. I guarantee you Sami Callihan didn't just, you know, like roll over. I'm sure he put up.
I have to take a look at Sami Callihan because I've never even seen him before. I've heard of him though myself.
He's amazing.
You know, I haven't seen him either.
I actually got my look at him when he was in the ECWA Super 8 tournament that they always do every year. That's where I saw him, and I was impressed. He lost in the first round, but he just stuck out to me. He was just that good.
Well, on the independent shows, like the one we're talking about here, like your show, you were stripping away the fireworks, you're stripping away, you know, the humongous light show and the video screens. What you're getting is in-ring ability. You're getting in-ring performance. So you're going to see a more intense match. You're going to see more technical wrestling than you are strutting, than you are the guy standing in the middle of the ring with a microphone looking at the screen at his opponent. You're going to see actual people in the ring hashing it out and really showing you some moves that maybe you haven't seen in a while or haven't seen before. And you're going to be able to say, you know, you saw some quality wrestling, which we're not getting, you know, in 3 hours of...
To be honest, Vinny's going to be having 11 matches on the 27th, and to be honest, I'm not even exactly sure Raw has 11 matches.
Ever.
I'm counting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They only had, last week, Raw only had 9 matches.
And that's in a 3-hour period.
And that's in a 3-hour period, and that's with commercials and talking... like, you know, outside on the microphone, talking garbage to one another.
When you break that down to actual ring time, okay, without the commercials and without the storylines, you're looking at maybe an hour?
Hour and a half?
A little over an hour.
I'll time your longest match and I'll compare it to Raw's longest match.
Okay.
And guarantee your match probably lasted longer, probably had more action.
Probably.
Without a doubt.
I try so hard not to bash WWE because WWE is up here and all of us are down here. But there's some things that just bother me, and the one thing
it's a goal of yours to be up here.
Yeah, it is. It is. But just the one thing that bothers me is like, how can you call yourself a 3-hour show when really action-wise, like I'll even count the interviews and the trash talking. I'll count that as part of it because you see it at independent shows. People do talk smack, but like. It's not 3 hours. It's easily like 2. Easily 2. If you're lucky, 2 hours.
Well, that goes back to what we were discussing in the beginning. I personally think that WWE would have been better off doing 8 to 10 instead of trying to do a 3-hour show. You back it up so you can be on the air before Monday Night Football, but it's not overkill.
No. Right.
Plus, you figure it's Eastern time. But out in California, there's a 4-hour difference.
Yeah. So we really
Raw comes on at 5 o'clock.
3-hour difference.
3-hour difference.
3 hours, yeah.
So you're looking at 5 o'clock. You're looking at dinner time.
It's coming on at 5 o'clock.
You're looking at dinner time.
Get home from dinner, and
Bad News Bob, who used to co-host the Top Rope with myself and PWI years and years ago, who now lives in Las Vegas, just moved recently. He's telling me Raw's on at 5 o'clock. Because he's in the Pacific time zone now.
Well, no family dinner on that one. You're sitting. You're sitting in the living room.
No. Yeah. They have to move the dining room over into the dining room table into the living room.
You're going to have to have a TV in every room. I mean,
I bet you DVR is really popular out that way.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. That's another way around it too.
You know, another alternative is watching wrestling on the internet. And recently they had an internet pay-per-view, right, which I want to talk about, is the New Japan Pro Wrestling, which in the late 80s, early 90s was the hugest wrestling organization going. Many of the people that started out with WCW and WWF at the time had to do tours at New Japan Wrestling. And New Japan Wrestling is doing a comeback, and they had the very first worldwide internet pay-per-view. And the important thing about that is, you know, we're going to see more talent. You're going to see more wrestling. You're going to see more, you know, competition, and which is always great. You know, you don't want just, you know, one burger out there. You want 4 different choices.
Right.
And New Japan Pro Wrestling right now has Low-Ki, right, which I think he was last in TNA, last seen in TNA, and Tough Enough, I believe.
He was on SmackDown.
Yeah,
Right,
on
and then
SmackDown,
they
there's
also
an NXT that didn't last long.
NXT, that was it. And they also have Harry Smith, who's now wrestling as Davey Boy Jr.
Nice.
And in homage to
As
his
well
dad,
he should,
of course.
as well he should be. His dad, God rest his soul, he's still, in my eyes, one of the greatest wrestlers to ever step in the ring, ever. David Boy Smith was always will be one of my favorites.
Yes, I enjoyed watching him.
Always.
I really did.
His match, SummerSlam 1992 against Brett at Wembley Stadium, still to this day, it is in my top 10 favorite matches I've ever seen. Ever. Outstanding.
The British Bulldogs were a great tag team.
Yes, they were. I personally think, they were champs, but I still say they were underrated. I do. Even though they were
I can
champs.
agree with that.
Even though they were champs, but they weren't champs for long. And they only won it, once? They won it once at WrestleMania 2.
I think so.
At WrestleMania 2,
I'm not
I think
100% sure.
Yeah.
But still, underrated. Very underrated.
And here's a company, the New Japan Pro Wrestling, that is a wrestling company. They're very, very small on the frills with the bells and whistles. It's in-ring action that New Japan focuses on. And a guy like Chris Jericho, if you've read any of his books, right, he just praises his time in there and what he's learned over there. And hopefully, with this being available to an American audience and a worldwide audience, right, people will start to see and expect more out of the wrestlers in the major companies, where we're going to see more in-ring action.
I remember a long time ago they had a WCW Japan Super Show, and Ric Flair had to defend the title against Tatsumi Fujinami.
I actually have that on DVD.
So might be possible one day you might see. I'd love to see that, a card between WWE and New Japan. And actually,
I would expect TNA to get on board with that, because they still have ties.
TNA more so.
Yeah, TNA still has ties.
Because TNA's gone over to Japan, haven't
Absolutely.
they? Haven't they
Yes,
done
they
like?
have.
Yes.
I don't remember what the name of the show was. But I remember because that's when because I remember Kurt Angle was the champ, and then didn't he defend his title against Brock Lesnar? Because remember when Brock was over there way back when?
Brock was
and then they fought each other
Yes. I
for the
remember
title. I just don't remember what the name of the show was.
Yeah.
And they had Team 3D was over there back when they were together. We have another caller.
We do.
You are live on the Squared Circle.
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm really enjoying the show this evening. I want to say hello to Vinnie V.
What's going on?
Not much, and just want to let you guys know, I don't know if you're aware, but Vinnie V's shirt is picking up the chroma key, so it actually looks like he's wearing a Squared Circle shirt.
Nice.
I noticed that before when I glanced over at the monitor, and then it went away, so I didn't give it any thought.
I think we should get those manufactured. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
And sell them at ETW. I'm for it.
We can do it.
I'd sell them at ETW. I'll have a table set up.
I know exactly the place, too.
But great show. I'm really enjoying it, and great telephone interview with Eric Newton.
That was tremendous.
I like the suggestion of WrestleTober. I like that.
That just came out of my mind. As I'm a brilliant man.
Isn't he brilliant once he gets off work and he comes in here and it's just...
Me work. I don't actually... You don't think I actually do physical labor, do you? There's somebody out in some distribution center around here that apparently looks just like me.
Oh, God, there's two of you?
Oh, that's a scary thought.
But believe me.
So you weren't the guy that parked my car then? It was the other guy. I knew it. I knew it.
Can you say you want fries with that?
Me? Ever? Never done that.
Hey, if I could, I just want to remind your viewers that the Squared Circle is now on YouTube, and they can go to youtube.com and check out the Squared Circle 18.
Squared Circle 18?
The Squared Circle 18.
All right.
Sounds great.
We're moving up in the world.
We're taking off. How many hits do we have?
I haven't checked it today.
You have not checked it today, but you will be checking it soon and getting back to us, right?
Yes, and a new episode will be up later this evening.
Nice.
Great.
I'm surprised it isn't up yet already.
By the time I get home, I'll be watching it.
Yep, me too.
But keep up the great work, guys, and Vinny, looking forward to seeing you on the 27th.
I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be outstanding.
Awesome.
Take care, and I'm going to go watch the rest of the show. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling.
Thank
you very much.
We got 10 minutes remaining.
Want to run down the TNA card?
I think we might as well
Yeah, that's
do
what we
that.
have in here, because that's coming out
Bound
real
for
soon.
Glory is
We'll do
Sunday.
Bound for Glory, and then we'll make a little mention of Batista
All
Yes.
right.
and his MMA debut.
Oh,
I'd say we'll take the two most important things I have out of. We'll just do that. Go with that. But Bound for Glory is coming up next Sunday on pay-per-view
Yes.
by TNA Wrestling, and I'm running out down the card. Al Snow will go one-on-one with Joey Ryan. What do you see happening there?
You want to go first on this, Vinny?
That match will be my... Wait, I forgot a soda in the fridge. That's what kind of match that's going to be.
I'm going to go out and get myself a Jay Weiser.
Yeah, that's... yeah. Prediction? I don't think Al Snow's really has been competing much, so I'm going to say Joey Ryan. I do. Don't let me down.
Now, if Joey Ryan wins this, is he going to be on the TNA roster?
I would think so.
I think that's what I understand of this.
I mean, if he beats Al Snow, I would think so, because he lost in that gut check thing.
Right.
That gut check challenge that they do. And I don't know. Joey Ryan, that's my prediction. Joey Ryan.
I'm going to go with Al Snow on that one. We all know the gut check. By the way, it's a one-night contract.
Right.
So I really do think Al Snow is just going to win that match. I can't say why, but in my own mind, I'm going with Snow.
John?
I'll go with Joey, just over Al Snow. Al Snow is the veteran, and the veteran's going to put him over, make him look good. That's what we need. We need some of the younger guys. We don't need Al Snow out there in the wrestling ring. We don't need a Ric Flair in the wrestling ring. We don't need these old guys that have had their day in the sun. Let some of the younger guys show off. Let's get some new talent. Let's roll with the next generation.
I'm going to say that, so I'm going to say Joey Ryan. And before we continue on, we do have another call. You are live on the Squared Circle. Hello.
Push the other button.
If we missed the call?
Go ahead.
Hello, you are live on the Squared Circle.
Hello.
No.
Guess
All right, let's continue on with the TNA.
We'll continue on with the TNA then. See. It must have been, you know who that was? It was Silent Tony. He used to call PWI all the time, and he used to call Top Rope. For the Knockouts title, Brooke Tessmacher going up against Tara, her former BFF.
I hope it's a 3-minute match. So like I say, 3 minutes at tops will be exciting, and I think Tara's going to take the title. 3 minutes. It's going to be a quick match. Tara winning the title.
I say Tara wins it too. This, of course, we saw it. No surrender, and again, the teacher versus the student. Yep. So I'm going to go with Tara on that one. I'm
going to go with Tara too, only because I want to see Gail Kim take on Tara and become the champion again. Me too. John?
I think the Knockouts division is highly superior to the Divas in the WWE, and I don't think they're getting enough airtime and enough storyline. And I'd like to see them expand that a little bit and maybe get some talent over from Shimmer,
yes,
right, which is a great female wrestling organization. And Shimmer Sarah Del Rey just got a developmental deal with the WWE.
Yep.
So we're going to hopefully see a little bit more in-ring ability coming up. But I really don't have a prediction, but I'll pick Tara. I'll get on board with you.
And we have our call back. You are live on the Squared Circle.
Well, I think it should be pretty obvious that the ratings for Monday Night Raw will be down tonight because the whole world will be watching the New York Jets tonight on television as we thrash the Houston Texans tonight.
That's quite a prediction,
gentlemen.
You mean no goose egg tonight?
I beg your pardon?
No goose egg? No zero?
No.
Like last
Oh,
week
God,
against
let's hope not.
the Niners?
God. You know, you talked about Ric Flair and some of these old-timers. I'm ready to see Joe Namath come in and quarterback the Jets.
Hey, you know, he couldn't hurt.
I think it would be an improvement, to tell you the truth.
It hasn't been a good season, but enjoying the show. I do have to mention just a quick comment. I think I would pay top dollar to see a steel cage match between Linda McMahon and Chris Murphy. Their debate
It might end up coming to that. I think politics should be solved like that.
Yeah, yeah, and they probably, you know, make money for whatever cause. But I just wanted to chime in here, gentlemen. I know time is short. Enjoying the show. You have a good night.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thanks a lot, Ed.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah, we better move along with this card.
Go Fred Ed McCarver there. Let's move along here real quick. Samoa Joe against Magnus for the TV title.
Samoa Joe.
I definitely say that title, of course, was vacated on the departure of Devon, and Samoa Joe hasn't really had it long enough, so I say he retains it.
Keep it. Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe all the way. James Storm against Bobby Roode.
My prediction, I gotta say Bobby Roode. It kills me, but I say Bobby Roode. You know he's gonna cheat somehow. I mean, it's not really cheating; it's a straight fight. But you know he's gonna do something to win. Whether it's a low blow, hit with a beer bottle, something. Bobby Roode.
Well, we saw the beer bottle incident at No Surrender. I'm gonna go with Storm on that one.
Either way, I don't think it's going to end here. I don't think we've seen the last of these two fellas. So I don't think it really matters because we're going to end up with another match.
We have another call.
Yeah.
And if we end the show with a call, I want to say good night and good luck to everyone. But let's put the call on here, and you're live on the air.
All right. How you doing, guys? How's everybody?
Excellent.
Good.
Vin, how you doing, Vin?
I'm doing very well. How you doing?
Good, good. You probably, I don't know if you remember me, this is the Marino Blanco, also known as Angelo. You gave me a job as an announcer back in the day.
Yep.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good. Yeah, good. You know, I have to say, I can't wait till October 27th for the show, for the ETW that when the sinister minister is going to, go after Means. It's going to be some match. I can't wait. But, we should get him in there early. What do you think? We need to see the sinister minister go down. What do you think about that one?
I would pay to see that.
We're going to have to wrap things up.
To tell you honest truth, I don't think the sinister minister should even be in the ring in the first place. I don't think he deserves that.
Ooh. I don't know.
Well, you're going to have to show up and watch it for yourself.
No, I have to. I've been waiting. I want to see him go down. I mean, I don't know if you've heard too, but I'm also been training myself. I've actually been training in the Jiu-Jitsu and Aikido, and soon to be wrestling too. So this way I could get ready to go after the sinister fake minister.
Okay, we're out of time.
Next week. Give us a call back.
Thank you very much for calling. We're running out of time, though.
Good night, good luck, and come see Vinny.
We will be back.
That's it. We're out.
Wow.
That was a terrible way to cut.